Guess what today is? Moving day. For one of the last times for a while. We were in Sedona. As you know, we had a good time here. Went to elote last night. Oh, so good. Today we are going to Scottsdale, spending a night with family, and then to Tucson the following day. So by Saturday afternoon, we'll be stationary. That feels weird.
At least the Airstream.
Yes, at least the Airstream will be stationary. And we're about ready to take the girls for their last walk before we get on the road. Well, here we are. We're done. We have pulled out of our spot. We're just about ready to get out on the dirt road. How's it feel, Courtney?
Good, but sad.
Bittersweet. We'll be out here again.
Next year, maybe.
Next year. But so long, Sedona. You've been real, as always. We're at the elevation where saguaros grow again.
Woo!
Seems like it's been forever, but it's only been 6 months. Seven?
Between 6 and 7 months.
It's only been 7 months.
Since we've seen a saguaro, but it shows that we're getting close to home.
We're back. I can feel it.
Back in the desert, Southwest. It's just they're few and far between at the moment. There's still a lot of bushes, brush, but there are saguaros. We can go see Grandma and Grandpa? They look super excited.
I get passed in Arizona probably more than any other state, and there's a very good reason for that. Highway speed limits in the state of Arizona are typically 75 miles an hour. Sometimes you'll see 70. Closer to cities, of course, you'll see 65. But out in the middle of nowhere, 75. I don't go anywhere near 75 in this thing. I have it set at 64-ish, which works for me. So that means I'm getting passed a lot. When I drive in California, there's a truck speed limit, so more traffic is driving slower and it's a little bit more controlled that way. But in Arizona, you'll have people flying by you if you're not going 75 or 80. Officially back in Tucson.
Yep. All the traffic that entails.
Yeah, the trucking routes got switched to the south. There were a ton of semis on I-10. A ton.
So now we're like a couple lights away from the KOA. Get checked back in, get back to our spot.
Courtney is checking us in. That wasn't a long drive, it was just a couple hours, but it felt a lot longer because the whole drive was in traffic. And it's stressful enough driving in traffic with a regular car, but especially when you're towing a 10,000-pound Airstream which happens to be your full-time home behind you, it's all the more stressful, especially with a bunch of cars and a bunch of semis. But we are here now. Man, this place, it really does feel like home. We know this place so well. We know what goes on. I could see Halloween decorations up. That this place is pretty festive. And with all the traveling we've done in the last 7 months, we've really come to appreciate this, especially this KOA, because you can pretty much do whatever you want. You can wash your car, you can wash your rig. They don't really care about how many cars you have at your site as long as you're not causing problems. You're not going to get these, you know, the broken down cars with flat tires like you do in some of the other campgrounds. Everything here is pretty well maintained and people are fairly respectful. So we've learned to appreciate campgrounds like this. Of course, we pay for that, but that's okay. And by the way, you may have noticed there's no girls. We left the dogs at some family's places in, well, at a family's place in the Phoenix area, because we're gonna go back up tomorrow because we're getting a new truck on Monday. Courtney does not feel comfortable driving the manual transmission, so we want the exact same year, pretty much the exact same everything. A red 2008 Dodge Ram 2500 HD in automatic instead of manual. We have located one in the Phoenix area, so we're gonna go check it out on Monday and see what we can do. They also have a Laramie, a mega cab, which would give us more space back there, but if we get the red truck, we get to use our same cab, just switch it, switch the tires, everything swaps over seamlessly, and it'll save us some money. So we'll see.
Okay, we are checked in. Meanwhile, new and improved barbecue restaurant here at the KOA. Apparently it smelled really good in there. Full bar. They'll deliver to your site.
Oh my gosh.
You just call them. Yeah.
They deliver to your, it's like room service. And you could already just put your trash out in front of your site and they'll come by and pick it up.
Yep.
Well, this is it, our old stomping grounds. The same exact spot that we were in before we left this year. So we are setting up for a longer period of time, so I'm taking as much out of the truck as I can, especially because we're going to sell this thing, so we're going to have to take everything out of it anyway. Chairs, got my folding table here, which is nice. Got blocks underneath the stabilizer jacks as well. I don't usually go to the trouble of doing that, especially when we're on flat ground if we're only going to be there for a few days. But because we're going to be here for several months, in fact close to 5 months, at least that's the plan right now, I put those down just for a little extra stability. I also, over here, have my slinky out. The slinky hasn't gotten all that much use because we haven't had sewer hookups all that often when we were out and about, but now that we do, I'm going to use my slinky. It's not a problem. And if you remember from our earlier videos, this KOA has citrus trees all over the place. These are grapefruit. They also have lemon and a couple orange trees too. We wish they had lime. We love lime. As you can see, everything is all pebbly, so we don't really need the mat. But we have the mat, why not? It's just gonna sit in the truck if we don't use it, so I just put it down in the pebbles. No big deal. And Courtney's doing an in-airstream clean.
We need it. Been in dust and dirt for the past week. It's really bad.
And the dogs are at my in-laws' place, which helps with all the setup and cleaning, so they're where they would rather be because there's a nice big backyard for them, and we're just getting ourselves settled and situated here.